Welcome back. This week we're going to have a tour of the future Ryunohara Hatago. Hatago means an inn where you can have food, and in future people can have food up there. So that's a house that my friend bought for 20,000 US dollars. Again, it's highly discounted because I'm a local here. So I'm going to give you a quick bird's eye view first before we go into the house. So let's go up. Alright, and that's the house that I'm in right now, the main house for Ryunohara. And as I turn around, you'll be able to see the new house on the extreme right. So there it is. I'll go up further so you can see the whole geography of the area. You can see on the left another house. That's the reading area and also the event space that we have. Both the main house and the house on the left are Ryunohara Kissa and Shokudo. And I'm going to fly over to the right now so you can see, yep, the new house. That's where it is. We are directly above, well, we are almost directly above it right now, here. And if I go up further, you can see how it is in relation to the river and the nearby mountains. So I'm going to pan up slowly. You can see a neighbor above us. That's the electrician's house. And then you're looking at the gas station owner's house and the mountains. So we are surrounded by mountains. These are the Sugiyama, which are the cedar tree, the cryptomeria forest that we have around us. And as I pan up further, you can see the river in the distance. That's the Hidakagawa River. And it's all mountains around us. On the far right is the elementary school, also the evacuation point for the village. And you can see where I plant rice. My friend's house is in the far distance. Two other friends, the $23,000 house and a $10,000 house, are in that direction. And it's a cloudy day today, as you can see. So if I turn around, don't get dizzy, this is the view we have. I'm going to do a 360, okay? So as we turn around, mountains, we are panning towards Nenju Daka, which is a mountain that's 980 meters high. And it's all cedar trees, but then on this side you get some natural trees that were planted before humans came, I guess. So that's Nenju Daka that we just saw, and this is the direction towards the sea. So you can see the river going down towards the sea, and as I turn around, more mountains. So it's mountains everywhere, and as I go down, you can see, let me turn back, that's where we are. So one more view, just going to fly the drone around the house so you can see how the house looks like. Let's go. Alright, and this is another view of the house, but very close to the house. So I am just looking at the drone to make sure it doesn't go into any telephone poles. Yep, it's going to be safe. And we're going to do a round, another turn around so you can see. This house is well over 100 years old, but it was re-roofed about 10 years ago when the neighbor used this as a sewing factory. So the roof is pretty new. It's not leaking or anything, unlike the building that we restored for the event space and reading area. It's pretty large. The whole house is about 150 square meters. That's the total built-up area. And the house itself has about close to 2,000 square meters worth of land. So that's a quick turnaround, and you're about to... okay, I think that's enough because it's about to go into a telephone pole. So I'm going to land the drone and then take you around the house with this camera. Alright, so if you get here by car, this is the view you'll get. You'll be coming in by car from this end. And there's a path that leads up to that side. You can go up to some fruit trees. There's I think there's a persimmon tree. There's this very nice maple tree that will turn red very soon. And there's lots of shikimi, again the Japanese cinnamon trees, which I don't have much use for. There are also sakaki trees, the clearer trees, which I'll leave there and allow the neighbors to harvest. They make them for Shinto shrines. The shrines get clearer plants as gifts, as offerings. So I'll show you what's growing back there another time, but just like to point out, let me turn around, that you can see the house that I live in from here. That's the main house of Ryunohara. So it's really, really close to the house. You can just walk down and have dinner, breakfast, lunch. So that's the plan. People staying here, I think we'll make it for up to 5 people. There are legal requirements for toilets, bathrooms, and everything. So 5 people is is financially more feasible for us. So it'll be a guest house for 5 people, and everyone can dine down there, or we'll have a tiny kitchen so you can self-cater. I guess the thing is you want to have a closer look at the house, so let's go and have a look at the house itself. Alright, this is the main door. The main door is pretty large, as you can see. It has an engawa area. This chair here, this thing here, this deck here did not used to be here. We'll be removing it and restoring the engawa to as much to the level we can. I was thinking of removing all these glass windows. Let me turn around so you can see. Yeah, all this sashi, we call them sashi, which is windows. Because engawa didn't used to have windows, they were open and your doors were inside, just like the house I live in. The thing is, removing all this and reinstalling the wooden sliding doors would cost quite a lot of money. Each door would cost like $100 plus $200 to make. And you have at least 6 doors to make. That's $600 gone just on doors. So I'm going to leave the glass in for a while. It doesn't look great, I know. I am thinking of just spray painting all the metal to make it black, and we have to scrape clean the glass and everything. So that's quite a lot of work to do, but this is the exterior. Let's go inside and I'll explain what we'll be doing to this house. Alright, this is the entryway, and because they use this as a sewing factory, they raised the entire floor and just slightly above the traditional height, and it's therefore kind of claustrophobic. We're going to remove all the ceiling here so we can see the very top of the roof. That will give you a lot more space. Essentially what I'm going to do is with some friends, we are going to lower the floor ourselves, which means we demolish the floor ourselves. Volunteers are welcome between Mondays and Thursdays when I am not working on the cafe. I'll need help to remove all this wood. I will take you in and talk about the lowering of the floor, to what extent I want to lower the floor. Alright, and we have just come up this way. So we are going to have to lower the floor like this. This part will be lowered. This will be one room. The floor will come up to here, so you have to step up here to your bedroom here, and the engawa we will leave it. We'll leave an area of an engawa, we'll cut it here. So this entire area here will be lowered, and if anyone's really tall, they will not bump their head against this thing. That by lowering the floor, you give there will be an additional 1.5 feet. So this will be, let's say, if it's my height, it will be about here, which means there's a lot of space. Even if you're really tall, it will come up to about here, I guess. If you're 1.9 meters tall, so that will give a lot more space. Plus, you'll notice that there's all this drywall here, which isn't great. It makes the house, well, it just doesn't suit the house. So I'll be removing all this. The beams and everything seem to be made of either Zelkova or Sakura. They're quite sturdy, they're very sturdy. I assume, perhaps this house is probably the same age as the house down there, so over 100 years old. But I can't really tell until we remove everything and have a closer look. So I suspect that this house is well over 100 years old. The beam, for example, this is the Daikoku Bashira. It's very, very sturdy. You'll also notice that there are things like all this electrical wiring coming in. There was air conditioner here which got removed recently because it's too old, I'm not going to use them. We are going to install air conditioning here because while I live in the house below, the cafe below, and do not require air conditioning, in summer temperatures go to about 20 degrees Celsius. which is what, 32, no, maybe 30 something Fahrenheit, kind of comfortable at night, and I have never required air conditioning down there. But some people may need air conditioning, plus it's nice to have in the winter because if there's a gas stove here all the time, it would be quite kind of dangerous. So at night, maybe you want air conditioning that's coming through there. And the electrician said get Daikin because Daikin air conditioners can go hot and cold without being damaged in the process. Panasonic, Sharp and all that, they're a lot cheaper, but they're not made, a lot of them are not made in Japan. Plus they do break down in the winter. That's the problem with them. So Daikin air conditioners. I'm asking for 4 air conditioners, but depending on the budget, we may have got to go down to 3. So let's see, 1 here, 1, 2, 3. So that's the idea for now. That's air conditioning. But let me see, what else do I have to say? Oh, the rooms themselves. My plan right now is after the floor here is lowered, install paper doors here, here, and here, so that this room becomes a nice area for maybe 1 person to be comfortable, but I can even make it like 2 beds. So let's see. That room there will be a large room for a super single. Turn the camera a bit. Okay, so this area, wall there or door, paper doors here, probably a wall here, and there'll be the doors, right? So this would be 1 room. I think we can fit a super single there and even have a little chair for someone to read here. So this is a large private room. So far 3 beds, and we can even have 3 beds here. Let's say there's a baby or something, you could put a baby here. But the idea is to have just room enough for 5 people. So this is a very large room for 2 people. So I'm not sure how I'll configure the beds right yet, but there'll be 3 rooms. So the thing I want to talk about is the problem with people redoing the floor like this. Right, and this is some cedar bark that's used for roofing and also for walls that I got from another villager in about 20 minutes away. But I'm not going to talk about that, I'm going to talk about this. So this used to be an engawa, and the problem is that when the people here raised the floor, they raised it above the old traditional level. The floor would have been way down here. So the thing is, I'm still discussing with the carpenter what to do. We might redo an engawa, so lower the entire floor here and make it the original height, which would be nice, but that will cost quite a bit of money. Leaving this in here though, it's not good also because it's not very high quality wood. This is just plywood. So we are thinking about what to do, but this will be an engawa. And in the past, the engawa would have gone all the way here. So continue all the way back there. An L-shaped engawa veranda. So that would be very nice because you would have windows here, this would be open, the house would feel very open. The trouble is that it does get cold. Even in the house below, it does get cold. Having these windows here will make the house warmer. And also they keep the house safer because shoji screens, they can't really be locked. You can actually lift them from the bottom and they'll come off also. So security wise, it's wiser to have glass. However, it's not traditional. I don't really like it. It doesn't give the sense of open house, open concept house, which Japanese houses ought to be. But they are practical in a sense, yet they don't look nice. So I'm still weighing the options behind all these windows. Again, I'm talking about windows because they're quite important and allow light to come in. But the floors, yeah, they have to be lowered here and here maybe replaced. The only part about all this plywood that we retain is the part for rooms. And we are going to put in some flooring that's just like the one in the reading area. So real trees, we're not going to use plywood or anything bought at the home center. We're going to use real wood and layer them on the surface here. So the work that's required here is I have to remove all this wood because there is not much of a budget here, and the demolition work has to be done by me to keep the rebuilding costs, the carpentry costs low. The other thing is that you'll see lots of the zinc oxide. This is the zinc for the outside of the building. It's exposed, so it's very thin here, and there used to be a piece of wood probably here to keep the air out. And the carpenter, Nori-san, will be putting some new wood here. Plus all this, they will be replaced with real wood. So it'll look kind of nice. Real wood, for example, like... Can you see on that end? That's real wood, but very poorly done. You can see the gaps. So we are going to do it properly this time. And you'll see real wood instead of any of this fake laminated plywood. Yeah, so that's about this part of the house. Let me turn around so you can see what we'll do with the bathroom. This is the... I'm not sure what this was when the neighbors used this. This must have been a place for them to just store stuff, their storeroom. All the sewing machines were on that side. They were sewing uniforms for soccer teams and sports teams. So they had all this machinery, all the machinery there, and this was the storage area. You see this thing jutting in because there's actually a water collection tank outside. In the past, this was probably the kitchen, and the tank, the cemented tank, is outside for you to collect water to cook with. So this was the kitchen in the past, like maybe 100 years ago. We are going to reuse the table somewhere. This is a very large piece of table made of tree planks. It's not a very fine table, so I'll do something to it. I will probably resurface it and paint it. This could be the dining table that we'll use over there. It's good enough for like 10 people to eat. It's cement. But the main point here is this will become toilet, flushing toilet of course. This is the changing room, so the sliding door, probably this way. You come in and you remove your clothes here, remove your clothes. It will be a cemented floor instead of this wooden floor. I have to rip this out, put in a cement floor. And then you have a unit bath here. Unit baths, this is the unit bath. Unit baths are the cheapest way to have a bathroom in Japan. So, not sure if you can see. This is a budget kind of. Oh, this is the total neo-res. We're going to have a very fancy toilet. So we're going to have the toilet where the lid opens. You'll see LED lights inside. It will shine lights on your business, and it will open up automatically whenever you enter the room. You'll also flush automatically. And it has smart eco functions which keeps your backside warm when you sit down on it, only when you enter, stuff like that. So nice toilet. The bathroom, yeah, this is the unit bath that Toto has. They look kind of ugly. This one looks nicer. So, well, it costs about 8,500 US right now. So we're going to use not this brand. We're going to use Takara Standard, but just to give you an idea, this is a unit bath. And so the unit bath will be here, and we'll need a window, probably here, for the bathroom to be aired out, because otherwise you have lots of mold and everything if there's no air coming in. You'll be able to bathe here, and then we'll have a washing machine here, so washing machine area with a wash basin, so for you to brush your teeth and everything. That will be open up to the, it will be not enclosed at all. Perhaps we put a curtain, but that's all. So you can wash your clothes here without the washing machine getting frozen, which happens at my house because it's outside. And yeah, all the water related stuff will be here. The budget for this entire thing is building the carpentry work, 250,000, no, that's 2.5 million yen, 25,000 US dollars. And water related stuff, the kitchen stuff, the toilet, all the fixtures, it will come up to just around 300 and no, that's 3.1 million yen, which is 31,000 US dollars. No, 31,000 Singapore dollars, so slightly less in US dollars. That's because the electrician just lives up there, he's the neighbor, and he's going to give us a big discount. He's much cheaper than other places, by the way. It's because we live here, so he provides us a local price, and on top of that, I think he reduced the price by 4,000 or 5,000 US dollars because we are neighbors. So neighbor discount. This is the toilet. Yeah, we're going to keep the roof. The dry wall can remain for this because we're going to wallpaper this. You'll not be able to see it. We could do even more to make it nicer, but it will cost a lot more. So based on this budget of $30,000 for water related stuff, toilet, bathroom, kitchen, this is the best we can do. So let's see what this will look like in a few months' time. Now the toilet will be here, right? So you come out and this probably has to go. Very nice. So this entire part will go. That's where the bathroom, the toilet was. It was a toilet that the neighbor never used. It's been here for a long time, and it's kind of in the way. This goes out to another door. This is the extension to the main building. The kitchen is the place where the neighbors used to tie up all the flowers and everything used to be here. So this shot here is just to give you an idea of what the walkway looks like. And just for the sake of it, this is the urinal. Very simple. There's no hole there, it's just a piece of wood. So there's that and a picture of a lady, I'm not sure who she is. And it says 1996. So they have not used this toilet since 1996. There is it's actually a squatting toilet, but they have placed a seat over this. So they have also not used this toilet. Yeah, not the fanciest toilet. Anyway, these will all be demolished. I'll be demolishing all this so that you can move between the main house and here without having anything in between. And lastly, this is the area that the neighbors used to tie up their flowers with. And by the way, some people ask why am I stepping on tatami in one of the previous videos, because that's because the tatami is filthy, it's very dirty. So all this tatami will be thrown away anyway. You would not go on tatami with shoes like this, but this will be demolished. So I'll be removing all this and putting in wooden siding here. Again, real wood, so you can't see all this wood, all these things here. And there will be a sink, actually 2 sinks, plus your refrigerator, maybe on that side, and dining table could go in here if it fits. So that's the idea for this place. This will be the simple kitchen. A kitchen because in the guest house guidelines, actually don't require a kitchen for guest houses, but it'd be nice to have a kitchen so that you can do a simple breakfast or anything, especially for people who want to stay for more than a week, for example. You don't want to keep eating at my cafe, even though the food is good, it's going to be expensive for you. So we are going to have a fridge and pre-prepare some food for the guests. The guests can also bring in their own food and cook their own stuff here. So again, this is a before shot to show you so that we can make a before and after video in a few months' time. Kitchen, future kitchen. Okay, and this is back to the main entrance area. So I will not have to step up in the future because this will be all lowered, as I mentioned when I came in here. I'm really expecting to see a wide open space. I can't wait, because once you enter, all this will be just concrete flooring. You can come in with your shoes. You can sit at the dining table with your shoes on. You can sit at the sofa with your shoes on. So you can move from the outside to the inside without having to remove your shoes. That's a big thing for even Japanese people these days, because a lot of people are cold in the winter. They don't want to have to remove their shoes. In the summer, removing your shoes, putting them on again is a lot of hassle. So by making this floor the same as the outside, you'll be able to enter and leave without too much hassle. That's the idea. The other thing is, yeah, so I will be working on this house from next month onwards, demolishing stuff by myself and hopefully with a few friends when they can come. My parents will be coming, they can help with some simple stuff. This will be a lot of work throughout winter to prepare for the opening in hopefully April. So let's see how it will be like in April when everything is done. This is the before video. I'm looking forward to the after video. I don't want to do the in-between, it's a lot of work. But for now, I'm going to sign off here. This hopefully has been an interesting tour for you. Goodbye.